Hey everybody. So by now we know that we are not going back to school, which is maybe some of you are celebrating, some of you are maybe hiding your tears a little bit, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it now. I will say that I am a little sad by this. I really feel like this online school is kind of giving me a new perspective on teaching and a much more appreciation for the relationship that I have with you guys. And if there's one thing that I've learned through this whole quarantine is how important it is to have those connections. So personally, I have struggled with being stuck inside and doing kind of the same thing every single day for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I've called my mom a lot. But I think it's really important that you have those people in your life that you talk to, whether it's your friends, your family, even teachers, whoever it may be. It's just really important to have those people in your life. That way you can get out those feelings that I know are bottled up inside of you, because I have them definitely bottling up inside of me. So I encourage you to reach out to those people when you need it. And I will happily be that person if you don't have anyone else, or if you just miss my face, because I miss yours. And one thing that, after talking with several teachers, that I keep hearing is how, I miss my kids. And when teachers say that, I want you guys to know that it's truly genuine, because we do love you, and you guys are like our other family. And I know that for me especially, I am really saddened by the fact that I can't come and interact with you guys and coach you and do those things for the rest of the school year. So whenever we say that we miss you, it's absolutely 100% true. So again, I hope you guys are doing well in this quarantine and you continue to be safe and healthy, but please know that I do love you and I do miss you, and I'm really sad that I won't get to see your face until August. So have a good week and reach out if you need anything. Alright, so last week we solved logarithmic equations using exponentials. This week we're actually doing the complete opposite. So last week you guys did this type of equation, so you knew that the base of the log and the base here, they would end up canceling each other out. This time we're given equations with this, and we're actually going to be using a log to cancel out those bases. So just like any equation, the first thing that we're going to want to do with this is we are actually going to want to get rid of everything besides the 15 that has the exponent here of x plus 6. So we want to get rid of this negative 2. Since that's being multiplied, the opposite would be to divide it. Okay, so that leaves me with 15 to the x plus 6 power equals positive, just kidding, negative and negative would cancel, positive 12. So now that we have the base with the exponent by itself, we are now ready to log both sides. And just like our example up here, the log base and this base have to be the same. So since our base here is 15, that's what has to be the base of our log. So we have log with a base of 15, and then 15x plus 6 is what is inside the log. Now we have to do this on the other side as well. So over here we're going to have log of 15 and then of 12. So just like our example up here with the log base b and the b, the log base 15 and the 15 end up canceling out. So that just leaves us with this x plus 6. All right, and we're gonna type this in our calculator here in a second, but right now I'm going to leave this just how it is, log base 15 of 12. Okay, so now to finish solving for x, all we're going to do is get rid of that 6. So I would subtract it. So this is where our calculator is going to come in. So I'm going to do this with my standard calculator, and then I'm actually going to show you how to do this on your computer calculator that I sent you as well. So what I want is a log base 15 of 12. So I'm going to press my math button and scroll down until I see log base. And I'm going to change that base to 15, like it said, and then 12. And then I also want to subtract that 6. So this is my nasty answer. Let's round to 2 decimal places. So I'm going to leave this as negative 5.08 because that 2 is not going to make the 8 go up. So my answer here is negative 5.08. And that's what I'm going to leave it as. So unfortunately, these answers are going to be disgusting as decimals. So just round to 2 places and that's fine. Okay, so now let's talk about how you would do this on that link for the calculator that I sent you. So if you go over here to functions, and if your calculator doesn't automatically come up, sometimes it looks like this. Just click this show keyboard button and then go over here to functions, and you want this miscellaneous, and then it has the log for you. And you'll just type it in. So 15 was our base, so make sure that's right there. And then inside we wanted 12. And then we want to close that parenthesis and then subtract 6. And as you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit, that is the negative 5.08 like I had in my calculator. So that's how you do it on the Desmos website that I gave you. So there's that. Okay, so let's also do number 3. So just like before, when we had this negative 2, we also have a negative in front of 19. 19 isn't just by itself. We have to get rid of that negative first. So just like on number 1, and again, this is number 3, make sure you're paying attention to that. We want to get rid of this negative. So to get rid of it, I would divide it by negative 1. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign, so that way those cancel. And then that leaves me with 19 to the x plus 3 power equals now a positive 3.8. If you notice, all of your answers over here should be positive because we cannot take logs of negative numbers. So if you end up with a negative over here, we're doing something wrong. All right. So now, once again, we are ready to log both sides, and our base this time should be what for the log? Hopefully you're thinking 19 because that's our base here. So log with a base of 19, and then 19x plus 3. And then just like the other one, we have to log the same thing on both sides. So if I have a log with a base of 19, that means on this side I have a log with a base of 19 of 3.8. And just like before, we're going to hold off putting this in our calculator until the very end. So our log with the base cancels out this 19. So I'm just left with x plus 3 equals that log 19 of 3.8. So now I can get rid of that 3. And I'm ready to type it in my calculator. So again, you want to change that miscellaneous and get the log, but again, I'm doing it in this calculator. Refer back to the other problem if you need to see it redone in the computer. But this time my log base was 19, and then in here was 3.8, and then I want to subtract 3 from that. And so I get negative 2.54, But if you notice, there's a 6 after it, so that's actually going to change this to 0.55. So like I said, just round to 2 decimal places because all of your answers are going to be this ugly thing. So just 2 decimal places is perfect. Let's do one more example just to make sure that we got it. I think most of you guys will pick this up pretty quick. I'm just going to go ahead and do number 4 as well, which is 18 to the x minus 6 power minus 1 equals 89. So just like before, this base with the exponent needs to be by itself. So in order to get rid of everything around it, I have to focus on this minus 1. So the opposite would be to add 1. Add 1. So those cancel. That leaves me with 18, and then to the x minus 6 power equals 90. All right, so now again we are ready to log both sides, and our base this time is going to be 18. Okay, so there's logging both sides. So I know that this side cancels and just leaves me with this x minus 6. And then this side we still leave the same because we're going to do that as one big step in our calculator. All right, and then our last step is to get rid of this 6 with x, so plus 6 plus 6. And now I'm ready to type this in. So change my base here to 18, and then 90, and then it was what, plus 6. So my answer should be 7.55, but we look at this 6. 6 will make the 5 go up, so my answer should be 7.56. All right, so that is solving exponentials using logs. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. We can also schedule Zoom meetings if you need further assistance with anything, and keep continuing to turn in that missing work if you have it. All right, good luck.